All right, here we go from Nashville Fairgrounds. We welcome you in tonight to iRacing in the Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram Truck Series as we get ready to run our penultimate race before we get to the final week of racing, probably for the league, I would say officially for 2023 in the month of October. It's going to be a little bit of a longer off season as we go to work on some things, but let's get through the season first as we got some great racing to go here tonight. Got a couple people making their debut in the series tonight, so we welcome those guys in, and we welcome you into the track that, let's keep prayers going, that hosts another NASCAR race in the future, Nashville Fairgrounds Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. It is a 5/8 mile track, I believe, just outside the city of Nashville. It is pretty high banked, about 20 degrees in the corners. It is a favorite to a lot of people, and it is the race tonight that will host number 7 of the Truck Series season. As qualifying going on, Nick Leo out there running a lap. His qualifying, as I said, continues, but tonight it looks like we're going to crown a champion when it's over with. Casey Carrington not able to be at the race tonight. Chris Lewis is still at work, so that means 1st and 4th are here, and there's 34 points separating them. So, unfortunately, it looks like for the rest of the field, Stephen Miles will clinch the championship officially tonight, but we'll celebrate that next week at Talladega. We got a race to run here this evening, and there's still plenty of battling to do right here in this middle part of the field. So, obviously, Miles is going to be a Truck Series champion by the end of this, but like I said, still got great racing to go here when it's all said and done. Got about a minute left in qualifying. Brandon Alphin, who was fastest in practice at a 1890, is at a 19 flat right now, and I must say we have a little bit of a modified setup tonight. Thank you to David Fite, who messaged me earlier this week and said, hey, Cap, there's no Nashville setup, which as of season 3 of iRacing, there was a Nashville setup. But that's the tricky part about the way iRacing is set up. They set up 4 different seasons each year, and they pick the tracks that are going to be on the schedules for the fixed series and stuff that race in the iRacing officials, and sometimes not all setups get loaded in. And, well, there was no Nashville Fairgrounds setup, so the captain here had to go to work last night after the broadcast that he had and put together a makeshift halfway decent thingamajig, and I hardly don't know how to do setups. I just look at reading. I read a little bit of how to do it, and I make some changes and went out there and made a setup that's halfway decent. So they're going to all get out there and do their best here tonight. It's going to be a little free. It's going to have some tight to it. But there are a couple changes that have been announced immediately after the race on Tuesday night from Dover. We made the announcement that gas is now up 10%. So now we are running 45% fuel in these trucks. This is something that most of the drivers have been requesting. They want to take away more of the pit stops and race a little bit more on track. They don't mind the pit stops, but they don't want to be pitting every 8 laps, 10 laps or so. So we're up to 45% fuel, and tonight's race actually shortened by 10 laps for the race here this evening. So I can go ahead and tell you this right now, it'll strictly be down to tires tonight when it's all said and done. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here from the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway, as Brandon Alphin will be on the pole alongside Kyle Ethier in the outside of row 1. Hey, there's our newcomers. On row number 2, AJ Roper and Derek Rice. The 5 and 17 making their debuts here tonight. Ryan Whitaker, good qualifying run for him, and Stephen Miles there in row number 3. David Fite, Chris Dean in row 4. Nick Leo, Dominic Russo in row 5. Jake Vanoski, Stephen Melnick in row number 6. Where are we at? Row 8 to row 7. Rick Ward and Dallas Childers. Clement Downing, Craig Martin will take the 8th and final row. That's the Roosters over there in the other chat. So, hey, sir, appreciate it. That is David Fite's girlfriend. Has he put a ring on it yet? I'm just kidding. Girlfriend watching the race here tonight as they get ready to go around this, as I mentioned, really cool track. It's a track that was built way back in the heyday. Of course, NASCAR ran it all the way up to, I think, 2000 was the last year it ran here in the Busch Series at that time. They used to run the old, I remember the name of the race, the Bell South Financial, or it was Bell South Mobility 420. Melnick, hey buddy. Aren't you supposed to be racing? Yeah, there you are. Okay. What happened? What'd I do? As cars roll out for their 2 pace laps. Of course, this race tonight presented by Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Check out their website, mcdjr.com. I said M. MarionCDJR.com. And you can check out the great deals on Ram trucks right now and how you can get gas. It's a pretty good deal. Go check it out right now. Race information tonight, as I mentioned, 110 laps. They're going to be racing under the lights here soon. 65 degrees, 43% humidity, cloudy skies, 3 sets of tires in the pits. So like I said, this is strictly going to be a tire race unless somehow they go green the whole way, which is possible. And in that case, it should be close to about 50 laps. So we could actually get a gas race if it comes down to it when it's over with. Pace car pulls in as Alphin and Ether are going to lead them to the green. Hope they know their short gears. Here we go from Nashville. Our cameras tonight presented by TrackCams22.com. You check them out online on Facebook and the iRacing forums at TrackCams22.com. Was that Miles that just clobbered the wall back there? Miles with heavy damage on the 7. Battle here side by side is Vinoski underneath the Miles. And Christopher Dean also there with Nick Leo. A lot of things happening here. Oh, caution is out. One car goes spinning, and it's one of the guys making her debut tonight. Derek Rice goes around. And the 17 goes around to bringing out the caution for the first time here. Let's take a look at a quick replay. All right, caution out for the first time. They'll get caught up. Let's see what happened to the rookie. I heard him, I kind of overheard the speakers there for a second. It sounds like he just got loose through the corner. Very easy to do is getting loose off here. Oh, he clipped the apron's what he did. And just spins the 17 around. Good job by everybody to give room. And that lazy, oh, Dallas and Melnick fall into the wall. But that simple spin there brings out the first caution. At lap 6, a couple cars coming to pit road just to get fuel. It looks like maybe top off, get some damage fixed. Miles, one of those trucks coming to pit road. As Dallas Childers, Rick Ward, Craig Martin also. So as we come up on the end of the season, one thing we are going to be doing, and I'm going to talk with Chris more about it, is we are going to be doing some recruiting races. And I've got some ideas on the recruiting side of things that hopefully we can do. But we're going to, unfortunately, well, it's fortunate for the league, but unfortunate at the same time because, yeah, we're going to have to work a little harder. But we're going to rebuild and get this thing going come next season. And we're going to, TI Racing is going to stay strong, and we're going to have some fun racing come season number 10 for the ARCA/Gen 4 series, which, by the way, will be the only series going next season on Tuesday nights as we go back to racing. Roper up there on that top side ripping the boards. There's contact there between the 15 and 48. Fighting Dean. They're fighting each other. That was almost a bad pun. You know, the great news about a setup you build is, as I sit here, and yes, trust me, in the back of my head, I'm like, man, they're going to so be mad at me for this setup. The good news is all 16 of these trucks have to run the same thing. So it's not like one guy's got the advantage over the other here. Jake Vanowski looking inside the 15 here. David actually running the preferred groove around here, which is right above that white line. I'm surprised a lot of the trucks are down there on the bottom. That might be due to the gearing. Oop, Dean getting a little loose off two. As he tries to hold off fight here. 17 trying to work his way back up there of Rice. Has Stephen Melnick there behind him and Dominic Russo there in front. As up front, Craig Martin's having issues. Trying to stay out of everybody's way and did a good job of it. Oh, Craig has got a motor problem is what he's got. And is going to just drive his way around the track. So unfortunate break there for the 55. Must have hurt the motor hitting the wall there as Kyle Whitaker under attack from wow. Kyle Ethier under attack from Ryan Whitaker. There we go. Mommy on Saturday's race. What's Mommy racing? Oh, one truck hard in the wall back there. Is that Dom? He said he'd wreck sometime tonight. Inside wall, he's going to continue on, though. Did I say mom race or is she league race? What's going on here? Christopher Dean losing a couple of spots. Or no, he's blinking. Never mind. He wasn't losing anything. Best battle right here on the track. His fight put some pressure on Leo, just trying to get the run off the corner. There's a powder puff race. What's this? When is this happening? I'm going to have to come watch. As Jake Vanowski inside of Dean. This is for 7th, and Dean still having some blinking issues, and around goes Dean into the wall. There must have been netcode with the blinking. Caution out for the second time. Bad timing on that one. I probably won't even be able to show you the replay. I can try to here. But Dean's going to blink out pretty good right about there. And, well, right there it says the Dean was a lot lower on the track than he really was. And unfortunately, the contact and the caution comes out. And the leader's coming to pit road for likely tires here, I would think. Melnick going to stay out, lead a lap, it looks like. AAA Broadcasting. I don't think if I know who they are. Race off pit road. Looks like fuel only maybe, or 2 tires for Ryan Whitaker. Vanoski going to come out second, and then the rest of the guys here on 4 tires. Stephen Melnick going to stay out here and get himself a bonus point here and maybe even try to save a set of tires here. So these guys got to be very careful with lap times falling off here a little bit. All right, should get one to go next time by. Now next week, it is Talladega week as we finish out the season. And then from there, we'll get into our off season and get to work on Season 10 of the ARCA/Gen 4 series, as it's migrated over to all Gen 4 now. And we'll start working on schedules and stuff and doing some recruiting races. And if anybody wants to be a part of the league, just know it's free. It's a fixed setup. And yeah, it's a laid-back group of drivers that just like to try to go have a good time. If you don't believe me, just ask the owner. He's having a good time working right now. All right, so Melnick and Childers are on older tires here. The rest of the field up front on tires for the most part here. I believe Whitaker went fuel only. We'll have to see. And Melnick clears himself of Dallas into turn 1. And Dallas is going to say, well, excuse me, I'm taking the lead for a second. Dallas Childers is leading in Nashville. Dallas Childers was leading at Nashville. Oh, big wreck in the back. Clement Downing, Chris Dean. And third caution at lap 29. Match. Vanoski there on the back of Clement. Clement just trying to pace himself here, and Vanoski's trying to help him. Oh, and Dean gets loose right in front of him. Melnick comes to pit road, but Christopher Dean actually spins out. Well, you're going to have that short track with made-up setup. I kind of had a feeling we'd have some cautions. 5 getting involved, 17. No, actually, that is a lot calmer than I thought it would be. That looked bad at first. Well, and this is the shortest track that we're racing on the schedule this season. You know, usually we run one road course, one short track type of thing, and this is the short track that's on the schedule, is Nashville this season. We wanted to do Hickory, but Hickory only had like 16 pit stalls, which actually would have worked for the size field, but yeah. Of course, the lights are coming on, which means I get to turn on the Casey Carrington lighting system here on the broadcast. That's what I call it now, because he's the one that showed me this idea, and I think it's really cool. Makes the truck stand out. Was that the 10? Oh, I got him cleared. Okay. Yeah, no kidding. Well, Brian, here's the thing: is like I was telling them, is this track doesn't have a setup. I had to go in last night after our broadcast and put something together. I actually used the Bristol setup, brought down the track bar, and adjust the gearing. And I probably didn't adjust the gearing enough, but I thought I did. So that's where they're having some issues with this right now. But hey, everybody's got the same, right? As we'll go back green, Ryan Whitaker up front now. His teammate to his inside. Kyle Ethier there in fourth behind Brandon Alfin. Here we go. And Whitaker takes off. Dallas sliding up the track and open the door for Alfin. As he gets a little free trying to hold off Ethier. Dallas racing pretty hard up here. Jake Vinoski up to the 5th position there with David Feit, as mentioned. As the lights come on in Nashville. Oh, Leo getting loose back there. Good save on his part. As there's the 5 of AJ Roper making a move. Newcomer to the league there in that chrome looking number 5. I like it. I like me some chrome. So that means if he hits somebody with his front end tonight, he gives them the chrome horn. Oh, no, Dallas turns Feit. And caution out again. Dallas just hooked him. I mean, that was straight Earnhardt, Darrell Waltrip, North Wilkesboro right there, or Richmond, or whatever track you want to call it. Richmond. That's a lick. Wow. All right. It looks intentional because somebody gets right reared. And that's usually an intentional deal, but I can verify that by about 95% that says that was not intentional, or at least it's going to look intentional, but I know it wasn't. I'm sure your husband will explain it to you, Sarah. So lap 41 here, fourth caution. So unfortunately, David will be the second car behind, or second truck behind the wall. Some trash talking on the track. It's kind of funny, actually. Whoa, Whitaker gone! Holy moly! Yeah, he's his. I was gonna say, Sarah. Yeah, that motor blew. He's done, unfortunately. Whitaker got a huge restart, but Alfin is there. Fresher tires, ready to pounce. And I wonder if Whitaker took 2 tires, because he's doing a good job of holding strong here. And here comes Alfin to the inside. The former teammate, so by the way, here. Racing clean, racing hard. Whitaker gonna try to maintain that top side here. Very bumpy on the bottom here and very hard to clear. Good job by both. And Alfin takes the lead. Lap 47. But these guys all still have to pit one more time if we stay green. Which I think could play an interesting role in the finish of this race. Jake Vanoski up to the 3rd position inside of Kyle Ethier. Check back here on Stephen Miles. Had that damage from that lap 1 wall incident. And looks like he's got it pretty fixed up. And now he's just trying to be patient, working his way up through the field. He's been one of those drivers that is starting to get better and better when it comes to getting better on the long run. It's very tough to pass around this short track. That's what short track racing's all about, is battling for position and stuff. Sometimes you gotta make somebody mad to take a spot away. But look at Vinosky starting to get closer to Whitaker here at 54 laps. They pitted at lap 22, so I'm just going to use the number 45 to be safe. So that'd be 57, obviously with some cautions. I would give it another 5 laps or so. Let's call it 60 to 65. These cars probably are going to be on pit road and probably for the final time, which is going to be interesting seeing these trucks. This is an interesting pit road, so obviously it kind of wraps around and you got to hang a left. And as I say that, Stephen Melnick on pit road. One car dropped a hot pocket over there in the back straightaway. Not sure who it was. I saw him go to the bottom. Miles putting pressure on Rice. Going to get to his top side here. The one thing I hope is that they're careful here because netcode has been terrible this week. Rice gets a little loose there and Miles is going to clear. For the 7th position. There's Vinosky trying to put pressure on the 51. Somebody just called out their pitting. Let's see who it is. I think it's going to be the 17. And Derek Rice going to come to pit road. Clears that inside wall and rolls down pit road. I think speed limit's 35. And he actually had a speeding penalty under caution, so hopefully he can pit the right way this time. And brings that Toyota in. So 4 tires and fuel. And he's going to need this race to stay green now. He'll have the fresh tires to work with here. Uh-oh. He's sitting again. Oh, no, he's not. Okay, I was going to say, wait a minute. That was a long stop. 19 seconds. I thought he had another speeding penalty. I was going to say, man, that's a welcome to the league moment. Three-truck battle here for second. Vinosky to the inside. It's actually some pretty good racing right here at the front. Kyle Ether's going to get a run here to the outside here if he doesn't clear him. He has to get back in line. Nick Leo's starting to join the battle also, and here comes Roper with him. Alfin's driven off to a 2.5-second lead. This racing race, this is why Nashville is so fun. You can get a good race here. Oh, I mean, you can get some good side-by-side racing, even with a modified setup. Oh, caution is out. And, well, unfortunately, new truck blues. And we're going to have pit stops. And we'll see the leaders come to pit road. I'll show the replay after the pit stops here, because this will be the final pit stops of the race likely, unless we get a caution here for tires in a little bit. And trust me, everybody's turning left over here. Here they come. Melnick going to take the wave around likely. He'll be 2 laps down. And we have one truck staying out, Dominic Russo. Interesting call here. I would think everybody would have came in for tires here. Roper a little slow on pit road there. Did he speed coming in? Because he is sitting there in that 5 truck, so he's going to lose a spot or maybe get some damage fixed. Might even lose a lap here if he sped. Yeah, okay, he's okay. So, yeah, he must have had some damage to fix there. All right, let's go see what happened to the 17. Mr. Rice is getting a very interesting initiative tonight. New tires. Takes a little bit of time for this setup to come in. Goes down here into turn 1. He's already kind of getting loose on entry there. He's fighting it in the apron, finishes him off. Does a great job keeping it off the wall. All right, so Dominic Russo pitted at lap 41 from what I'm seeing here. So in that case, he can still go about 20 laps or so, 25 laps. Now, I find that interesting because that still leaves about 15 to 20 laps to go in this race. All right, pace car going to pull in. And we will go green at lap 71. Dominic Russo on older tires here, going to try to maintain the bottom. And unfortunately, he's going to fail miserably. As Alphin going to clear the lead. Whitaker looking for somewhere to go here. They're going to try to get the Alphin here. Here comes Vinoski, power move topside here. Dom slides up the track. Oh, geez. Oh, he almost hit Ether. Oh, Dominique had to check out. Kyle almost ran him over. Good save on Kyle's part again. He's just not having a good moment. Oh, caution is out. Not sure why. It might be for, was Dallas spun over here in 2? It was for Dallas. Yeah, he just got over those bumps. Back end comes around, smacks the inside wall. And continues on. And Russo going to come to pit road now to try to take tires. Let's have a little fun. Let's go talk to Whitaker here for a second. Hi, man. Let's talk here for a second, Mr. Whitaker. Car high, by the way.
Hello.
Hello. So It's like old school TI days here for a second. You and Olfin battling for a win on a short track, and obviously you had a little bit of a disadvantage in that last run because you had, I believe, 2 tires on that truck, if not any. And now you both have 4 tires and battling for the lead.
Yeah, it feels like the old days. Kind of feel like, when a Joe Nemechek or Ricky Rudd in their elder years would get up there and fight with these boys for a win. Definitely was at a disadvantage on that little second stint there. Took 2 on the first stop. But it hung in there a lot better than I was hoping for. And definitely pleased with that. I think we're done pitting, at least up front for the night. And it's going to be a heck of a battle to the finish here. I think Brandon's got the truck to beat, but we're not going to give it to him.
All right, okay, you did an okay job, and please don't ever do this again. How good did I do on the setup?
I think it's pretty dang good.
All right, woohoo!
Keep it up.
I hope I don't have to do it again. Leave it at that. Well, you and we'll let Ricky Rudd and Front Row Joe here battle in the old Nashville Fairgrounds here for the win. So good luck.
Appreciate it.
See you too. Ryan Whitaker, the second place runner there. The Kevin Whitaker Chevrolet paint scheme. Of course, that's his father that runs that shop out of South Carolina. Of course, the main sponsor here is the Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram boys and girls there in Marion, North Carolina. Of course, you can get gas for your Ram. You can check out those details at marioncdjr.com while supplies last. Not sure if Lewis is still at work. I have not gotten a text from him yet, so he might be driving. All right, so we'll get the green. 31 laps to go. Roper up to 4th in his debut tonight. Nick Leo 5th. Stephen Miles topside there has worked his way back to 6th. Kyle Ethier 7th. Rick Ward doing a good job there in the 8th position, just running all the laps. And Christopher Dean there in 9th. And Clement Downing your top 10 is here we go. Bonowski looking low here on Roper and at 5. Roper out here racing like he's got some experience. I like it. $63. All right, I was about to ask what's it for, but okay. So this is 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. All separated out by a little over half a second. Oh, Sarah, I totally agree. Yeah, it's not cool, but yeah, it will be addressed. Put it like that. As Vanowski to the inside for 2nd. You're not watching from the 5M, your garage there, buddy? Which, wait a minute, aren't you guys racing at, oh gosh, where, or you're at Laguna Seca, so it's like, never mind. I thought some reason you guys were in, like, Netherlands or something. As Leo underneath Whitaker, who's starting to fall back, must have burned up those tires as Vinoski has gone to second. Ooh, a little free on entry as Leo. Kyle's going to stick her in there. Oh, hold on, Nick. Oh, they about sorted it out as Kyle Ether said, sort it out, boys. They're fighting. 20 laps to go in this race. We get another caution here in the next 10 laps. You coming back to pair? Oh, there goes Leo. I said the next 10, not the 1. Well, they sorted it out. That is crazy. So on my, do I have it way set up on my screen? I don't. On my replay monitor over here, it shows like every pass per position. So in the last little bit of time here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 times consecutively these two swap third place. On my replays. That's kind of crazy. All right, let's look at the replay. Oh, Leo just got loose. Must have spilt his jewel juice or whatever they call that. As here comes some cars to pit road. Kyle Ethier, Christopher Dean, Nick Leo. Coming in for that last set of tires. Did you get any kind of damage or anything in that spin, or did you like come to a stop or something? I got nothing for you there. I was actually looking at some reason Dominic Russo got a lucky dog running 13th, and there's Rice who was a lap down in 11th, so kind of baffled by that one. But iRacing made the call. I know something I don't know. So we should get 1 to go with 13 to go. So we'll get the green with 12 to go. See if the old Roosters probably got some Morgan Wallen playing in his ears. Whitaker and Roper, Miles and Ward, and then the first truck on tires, Kyle Ethier, are going to start in the outside lane in the 8th position. So can those tires get up there? Bad start for Vinoski. Oh, they're 3 wide back there at turn 1. They're 4 wide in turn 1. 4 wide at Nashville. Put that on your bingo card, boys. Vinoski up to second, clearing Whitaker. Contact back there. Melnick with a save. Alphin driving away, and here's the 6 underneath the 5. Ethier up to the 5th position. Miles trying to clear Whitaker here off of 2. Wow, he cleared himself on Whitaker. That cat on the back bumper is not happy with that move. Like, dude. And here comes the fresh tires to the inside. So Ethier to 4th. So he's going to net gain from here on out. He gets loose. And then Vinoski went for a hot pocket on the bottom. And here comes Leo on the fresh tires now. Oh, and caution is back out for Derek Rice. Oh, this guy's having a rough night. Shake it off. That's all you can do. Shake it off, brother. Appreciate your racing. All right, so what are we doing now? All right, so are we going to go overtime here? Yeah, so we're going to go overtime, it looks like here. Because we got 3 to go right now. We're at 2 to go to green. So, if you're Brandon Alphin, you got to take the bottom here. Let Vinoski have the top side, and then you got the fresh tires of Ethier on top, and we'll have the slower truck in front of him while Alphin takes off. So again, Talladega next Tuesday and next Thursday night. And we'll finish out the second season here for the trucks, the 9th season for the Gen 4 cars. And here we go, one to go this time by. Yes, here we go. Alfin takes off overtime. Vinoski did not get a good start. Miles gets a good one. And to the inside comes Leo. As Ethier trying to squeeze them. They're 3 wide off of 2. There is not... Well, they're going to make room. Dean gets the wall. As Alfin will see the white flag. Final lap. On each other. Ethier's on the apron. Up in the Leo. He spins around. So does Vinoski. And Alfin will get the win in Nashville. You too, Sarah. Thank you. And good luck in that race if I don't get a chance to watch. Well, let's take a look at the final results there. Brandon Alfin wins it by 0.2 of a second. Over Stephen Miles. Nick Leo finishes 3rd. A.J. Roper 4th. And Christopher Dean ends up 5th. Ryan Whitaker 6th. Jake Vinoski 7th. Clement Downing 8th. Rick Ward 9th. And Kyle Ethier ends up 10th. Dom Russo finishing 11th there. Stephen Melnick 12th. Derek Rice 13th. Dallas Childers. David Fite. Craig Martin. The 16 racers here tonight. And let's go back to that last lap because, yeah, unfortunately, Kyle Ethier made some interesting moves here. Goes down into... He gets loose off of the bumper of Miles. He saves it, and he is just full going here, and that is not the way to do it. And unfortunately, Vinoski gets a rough end of it, too. So does... I didn't see who Jake got there. Oh, the 51 of Whitaker. Oh, and then Clement gets hit, and there goes Ward, and then they're just still wrecking each other over here. And over here, Alfin was trying to do donuts. And for some reason, Dominic Russo comes in there and cleans them out. So I'm not sure what that's about. And we showed the results already, so let's go and talk to our top 3 finishers. Maybe. I don't even see Nick Leo in here. But, all right, let's get, yeah, Miles ain't even in here, so, I guess let's just get the, oh, yeah, there's Steven, never mind, duh. As, Miles joins us here, and that was, interesting race, obviously, everybody doing the best they can with what I tried to put together for everybody, but everybody had the same thing, and you went and knocked the wall down on lap 1, it looked like, and man had to fight from there to the finish.
Yeah, Leo just joined up top, but
I'll get him.
yeah, I mean, I don't know what it was. Practice, it felt good, and the start of the race, it did not feel nothing like it did before. I don't know if it was the change temperature or what. I didn't really look at it, but me, I just wanted to ride points racing right now. I just wanted to stay out of trouble, and when I did that, that was kind of a wake up call to go ahead and get back right. And I rolled back there with some dangerous cats back there, man. It's dangerous back there. I don't want to go back there no more. I see how stuff be happening, so I just wanted to get track position there. And even when we had that last caution with about 15 to 10 to go, I was thinking about taking that last set, but how the tires were to me at the beginning of the run, they weren't good like compared to the middle. Like it seemed like they just got better. You got more grip, especially on exits. So I mean that went to my decision right there. And well, Alpin led the whole race. So when I got up there, it was just being a teammate and trying to hold off Ether, and that'll be it right there. But it was a good setup, nonetheless. It was really a good setup.
Well, needless to say, I'll go ahead and break the good news to you because when I get done with the points, I can tell you you're the champion this season.
Well, I mean that's a good feeling to have. I'm glad I was able to come. I was set on just finishing in the top 10, but once I seen how good my car was, especially on the long run, like middle to long run, I was like, okay, if I just get up there and just hang with them out there, I can pass them. And that's kind of what we did. They were driving the wheels off of it, man. Everybody wanted the top spot, and Alfred was the one that showed he could keep it, so he deserved his win. And thank you, man, for broadcasting and making this setup too. When we didn't have nothing else, you was dependable and came up with a good setup, bro. Appreciate it.
And no sweat. I did the best I could with what I had. So great job tonight, and man, some shout outs.
Shout out to TI Racing, Marion Chrysler Dodge, one of the best dealerships in North Carolina, best prices. Check them out online. Thank my teammate Alfin and Chris Dean. They was able to show up. Unlike my other teammates, I don't know where they at, but I'm pretty sure they had a good reason to miss a nice race.
They're
And
sad over some Atlanta team that lost again.
probably so, probably so. And thank you, man. One of the best broadcasters out there, man. Do an amazing job. And well, thank God and thank my girlfriend. I can't forget those
Don't
two.
forget them. Don't
Well,
do that.
appreciate it, man.
You too, buddy. Stephen Miles finishing in the second position tonight, and you kind of heard him mention there as Nick Leo did jump in here as I started to talk with the driver of the 7 truck as Leo joins us here, man. Nick, obviously a tough race tonight, and you went in there, got those tires, and were able to take advantage of a little bit of a bonsai move there on the final lap to get a top 3.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on taking tires, but I spun it out, I think. I don't think I touched them. I'm pretty sure I just spun it.
Yeah,
but,
it looked like you got loose there off 4. Yeah.
it was good racing up until that happened. I was enjoying it. Don't think I really earned third place tonight. I think that probably should have been Jake in third, but I'll take it.
Well, still a good effort. Obviously, tonight in a race, again, a setup that was ad-libbed. Put together and stuff on a track that is very tricky, and of course the tire wear was a little different tonight, and that kind of stuff made for some interesting racing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever actually raced the track before, so I thought the setup was fine. I didn't really have anything to compare it to, but I thought it was fine. I don't know, it wasn't bad. Reminded me a lot of North Wilkesboro.
Yeah, this track's got a lot of qualities, and it's one that. Yeah, again, a lot of people want to get NASCAR racing too and stuff, and tonight you see kind of why with the racing we had and stuff. So, well, great job tonight, man. Send a shout out whoever you like to.
Yeah, just usual Jewel and Chris Lewis for putting this on, and you for broadcasting, because you're the best I've seen yet. So it's thanks to you.
Now, let's be real. You're the only one, or I'm the only one you've watched, right?
No, I've seen a few other ones. I can't watch the other ones.
It's like the old day. You're the best son-in-law in the world. I'm the only mom. But no, great job, bud.
Yeah, good seeing you.
You too, man. Nick Leo, actually, believe it or not, one of the first broadcasts I ever did in this league. It was that guy right there I talked to, was Nick Leo. And appreciate his time. As we talk to the old Rooster, probably jamming to some Morgan Wallen right now. What song you got?
Broadway Girls.
That's a good one.
I met her down at Aldine's.
A little dork, as I call him, little Dirk. Oh man, great job tonight. Dominant effort, obviously. I know you're pretty good at the old short track game, and you put it to him tonight.
Yeah, car felt good, or truck, I should say. The truck was good, and you got me. You got a copy?
I does. We got.
Okay,
we got the Rooster.
I just want to make sure you hear me crowing. I just want to make sure. But the car was good. I mean, Nashville is actually kind of a weird track in a sense where you feel like even though it's a short track, the banking, you'd feel like it kind of burned your stuff up. And it doesn't really. It's kind of like in Martinsville. It doesn't really burn your tires up or anything like that. So it just kind of. Truck felt good all night, was able to stay out front and keep the track position. That's always a big thing at short tracks. And I was a little nervous there. I ain't gonna lie, I was a little nervous whenever I pitted the first time and took tires and nobody else did. So just kind of know how that shakes out. But overall it was a good night.
Yeah, it was a good night. You did a good job, obviously, in that 21 truck. And I mentioned to Whitaker, I talked to him there during the race, and I said, man, it was kind of like an old school TI race here. You and Whitaker battling each other like the old days. And he called it the old Nemechek versus Rudd battle.
Was Nemechek even around?
Well, they raced with each other for a little bit. I mean, he had the the 42 car for Sabco back in the.
Well, no, I meant more so. Was Nemechek ever running up front? I don't remember that.
Oh well, I mean, he did win a couple races.
A couple, and I more so see. I always remember, Rudd and Gordon, Michigan, Rudd and Gordon, Harvick, and all of that. That was always. But no, it actually, to your point though, of that Ryan. It was TI was the first ever league I ever joined in iRacing back in like January of 2021, and we've known each other since then, and we always had some good battles and that kind of thing. So it kind of was reminiscent of that. And I think you actually broadcasted those leagues as well too and stuff. So, it was fun seeing him up there. And then, Miles always at the end. He's always right there.
Well, it worked out for you, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say Miles he always ends up front and all that stuff. And towards the end of the race and I also got to give a shout out to Dean too. I think he ended up finishing 5th after being in a couple wrecks. So that was good. We had a good team night, and we'll move forward to next week.
There you go, man. Well, great job tonight, and send some shout outs.
I'd like to give a shout out to you, Scala. We appreciate everything you do. I know as far to you put a lot of effort into this league, and not just your broadcasting, but also to this league as well. So we appreciate that and allowing us to do that. And then also give a shout out to Marion Chrysler Dodge. And I was running Dale's Pools paint, but they ain't giving me any paints that I can run and all that, I reckon. So, and I don't like the cat on the back. So, so that's why we're running the Dales. But I'll, again, thank you, Scala, for everything you do, man. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. Led 84 of 112 laps here tonight, and does something that never mind. I won't go there. Congrats on the win.
Appreciate it.
All right, that is Brandon Alfin on the win here tonight. Congratulations to him, and I'm actually going to update the points here as we go. But Stephen Miles, yes, is officially the champion of the season. So congratulations to him on that, and we're going to go on. What a crazy race it was tonight, short track racing, if you will, and obviously some good things, some bad things, but we made it through Nashville. Now let's go to Talladega and close out the season next week with some super speedway racing. So should be some fun coming up next Tuesday and Thursday at 8:45. So appreciate everybody joining us. Appreciate Marion Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram for their sponsorship of the series, and all the drivers who showed up tonight, and we'll go from there. It's always, as always, this isn't just a game, it's iRacing. See ya!